I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I prefer you speak your mind.
Ha you will regret saying that.
Dear sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
We need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Actually, some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
You're really Flemeth's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
You're just gonna stay here alone?
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
Have you never been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Is that what you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
Tell me about this village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travelers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
I don't sense any Darkspawn.
You won't right away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn are camped farther in?
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Okay. What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
And you can substitute for Alistair.
Right, my cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Ah,
'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Oh, man. Love it. Just love it. Okay, so looking at you. You can do all sorts of things. Also, you can do herbology. I do love herbology. Let's see. You've got a Cone of Cold, Winter's Grasp, Drain Life, Vulnerability Hex, Spider Shape, Horror, Mind Blast, Lightning, and Frost Weapons.
I see.
That on. Okay. Cool. We need to get her Cone of Cold stat. Yes. Oh my god, the map. I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map.
What do you need?
You want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
You might need to talk, dude.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the blight and everything. I'm sorry.
So Reggie says, I'm new to Pathfinder, but too nervous to start playing because the class I want says it's too hard to play. What class are you looking to play? I mean, if you play on a low difficulty, you can pretty much do whatever you want. So, I mean, prioritize having fun with the class you want than the difficulty. Magus Saint Sword. Oh, dude, yeah, just put it on easy difficulty and enjoy it. And then as you feel like you're learning it, you can raise the difficulty. So, yeah, just set it on story, learn, and as you get more comfortable with it, go from there. Also, it's not a bad idea to read a guide. There's some great guides on classes, and sometimes reading those guides of specific builds will give you a very good idea about how the class functions. Yeah. No need to apologize.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of.
Am I going to continue Xenoblade? I am. I'm planning on continuing Xenoblade in the Cozy stream after I finish King Arthur. What about other Grey Wardens?
I don't know. I have no idea what the Grey Wardens do for when they fall in battle. Dwarves don't practice cremation, do they? How do your people honor your dead?
We entomb our dead within the stone beneath our thags.
I heard about that, now that I think about it. Their spirits return to the rock, strengthening the foundation of the Tig. It sounds so strange.
Dub King. I can't always catch a stream, and I really enjoy Code Daily to see what is going on. Keep up the amazing work. Oh, the daily highlight reels? Awesome, Dub King. Thank you so much for the 7-month, and glad you're enjoying the highlight reels. Yeah, they're getting better and better all the time. Thank you, bud. No stranger than burning your honored dead to ashes.
I suppose you're right. Thank you.
Rock and stone.
Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little.
Anytime, dude. He was a friend of mine, too.
That's good to hear. It's nice to know I'm not the only one who remembers him well.
Hey, girl.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
How to become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wild.
Having fun while playing this?
The
Dude, I'm
chosen
so
have
glad to be returning to
tales
this
of
game.
We witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, That is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That does sound like something you do.
Oh? I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are filthy, smelly things full of tears and snot and trouble. That said,
That's fair.
I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy time in the wilds and done many things I know nothing of. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell, and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
You spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you've changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved.
I am surprised you think so. Still, 'tis a pleasant thing to hear. Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Maybe tied to a flagpole and tickled.
I wouldn't advise it. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer. Okay. +5. +5 with Morrigan for that comment. I like it. Somebody earlier says, do I know what my party is going to be? No, I have no idea. I have no clue what my end party is going to look like. Denerim. There's a name I haven't heard for a while.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Ooh! Ooh, right to the heart. Right to the heart, chat. Emotional damage. Hey, puppers! That means I'm gonna kill you in Darkspawn.
You cannot win!
Alistair.
Away with you! As you say.
Will not fear me!
This isn't good.
Ooh.
I'm wounded.
There's Puppers. There's Puppers. He wags his tail happily in pants. The Darkspawn didn't hurt you, boy, did they?
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it was meant to be. Happy bark! Exclamation point. Hooker. Oh. I think the last time I played this game, I named this little guy Khan, my old puppers. Who passed. Oh. Memories. Alright, let's loot everything. Loot, loot. Booker's good too. Booker's a good boy too. Alright, we got some more paint for Doggo. So, quick note, by the way. Quick note. We do have a mod that is going to allow us to keep Doggo with us for the game. So even if we have like if we fill up our party with other people, we can still keep the dog. So is it cheating a little bit? Yes. But I like my puppers. So we're keeping Booker with us. Yeah. Dog whistle added? What is dog whistle? Oh, maybe that's... Okay, is that what lets us call him when the party's full? Maybe? We'll see.
Very well. I shall do it.
Hmm? There's no reason to travel any further in this direction. What? Mm-mm. Yeah, we'll see like how much we want to use the dog. I think the dog's really strong, so we don't want to use it too much. Also, when we get to town, I think I'm going to sell all the Grey Warden stuff. We'll get a little bit extra gold, which I'm okay with, but I think some of this is this Grey Warden stuff DLC or is it mods?
Wake up, gentlemen.
It is
More
mods.
travelers
Okay,
to
so
attend
we'll
to,
sell the Grey Warden
led
stuff.
by
too.
a dwarf, oddly enough.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
Did I buy the backpack from Ostagar? I did. You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee...
Thanks, Crispy Chicken.
You still gotta pay.
I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse, then. Those are the rules.
Hey, Liz. Can certainly try.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
Yeah!
It's begun.
Tear them apart!
Let's have at it! Quickly, we must fight! Down you go!
Watch out!
Hey,
Watch it!
Not fair.
Ooh, man, big hit. Where you going?
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the dogspawn get us all.
Get by, you're a criminal.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
Want some questions answered.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What exactly have you been doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tear and Logain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
You don't have a family. Have you heard of any survivors?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded ash warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
What news have you heard?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight.
Betrayed the king!
Got him and themselves killed. Turn Logain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens. Well, then let me
I've
go.
forgotten that. Over everything you've stolen.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Now I'm turning you in.
But there aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
Then I'll execute you here.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Good talk.
No mercy!
Shall be done.
Okay, so we need to figure out what we're gonna do here. Can I come back here and loot these guys? Probably not, right? Huh. Oh, I can. Okay.
Now we do battle.
Oh God, they've already got so many things. There's mud idol. Yeah, so we need to do some serious adjustment here. We need a store stat. How do I not use headphones? I don't use headphones because I have a variety of tricks that I use, like a good gate, good mic, directional mic.
So you have finally
All
decided
sorts of
to
things.
rejoin us, have you? Falling on your
Gonna make some
blade
videos
in
on it
grief
soon.
seemed like too much
Oh, I know I missed
trouble,
it.
I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you?
Yep, I got
Just
speakers.
what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
Oh my god. What do you want to talk about, Alistair?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
You have some thoughts?
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
No, I've not.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
We need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Where do we find Arleman?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western
I don't
parts
remember
of
at all.
Ferelden,
Is there one of these we
next
should
to
do
the mountain
first?
passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Is there like an order? Mage Tower or Elves first? Eamon first, usually. Oh god. The castle's a good start point, but it doesn't really matter. Okay. You can really do any of them. Okay. I've been exiled from Orzammar. I can't go back there.
You're going to have to. I certainly wouldn't want to go there
Mage
alone.
Tower's good for the first one?
Why?
Okay.
Would it frighten you? Are you afraid of dark and sunken
Eamon is the easiest on lower
places?
levels? Okay.
I mean, we won't have any choice. You'll be there under Grey Warden business, and the dwarves will just have to see reason.
They certainly are renowned for an abundance of reason, 'tis true.
Wait. The DLC to unlock party chest is nice? Is that like a bank? Oh yeah, for those looking and asking in chat, we actually have beanies on the store now. You can check them out at co.tv/beanie. Yep, they're really nice. They're super cool. I definitely like them. Is the chest DLC like a thing you have to do? It's a chest where you go and party hard. Okay, I don't think that's exactly what it is. It's called Warden's Peak. Don't you have to be like kind of high level for some of the DLCs? Soldiers Pass DLC, do it first. It's for the chest and upgrade vendor. The Keep DLC has a bank. Do the damn wolf thing. Nice. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. How do we get to Orzammar from here?
You don't know where Orzammar is?
He doesn't know how to find it on the surface, fool. He has never been here before.
If you follow the west road around Cullenhard Lake into the mountains through Gerland's Pass, from there I expect you'd know the way.
What about the elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
Where do we find the Circle of Magi?
That will be at their tower on Lake Cullenhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
Blue-green. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure if we'll do a non-folded beanie again. We'll see. We'll see. Where would Longcane be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Of course. Okay.
Then you have a plan.
Anybody contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
What do you think we should do, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Fair. Okay.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.